Hi everyone, Dr. Nana here again. How are you all doing? We're still in the month of January. It's not too late to change your route, to start to believe in yourself more. So on today's episode, it's really hard for my kind of person, right, to stop talking about issues that affect majority of people. Creating awareness is very important. Even if it has to change one person, even if it has to make one person to start thinking about the value they have in themselves. I'm not creating awareness. So on today's episode, it's very, very heart-wrenching to understand, to see how Nigerians or Nigeria as a nation, it's going down the spiral lane. Who do you blame for all of this that is going on or everything that is happening? The current president, that's Awolowo's products. Nigerians are known all over the world to be, at least in the US, educated people. And the fruit, some of the fruit that Nigerians are reaping here in Nigeria today, as a product of Awolowo and all those great leaders that we had in the past. But in my view, the Nigeria that is happening now is the Nigeria of all these GEOs. Who taints how God does things for people? Who have now prepared the generations that we are
Count 1, Justice Ramon Oshodi said he believed the testimony of the first complainant, as well as other witnesses who gave direct evidence, which weren't contradicted at any point, despite the defendant's denials. But the judge acquitted the defendant of the second count of raping another church member at his home in 2020. The court said the prosecution fails to prove the elements of the use of force, fear of harm by the complainant, and misrepresentation by the defendants to establish guilt beyond.
Seeing now, to be lazy and believe in prosperity, the Nigeria of all these GUs, in my view, they have prayed Nigeria into destruction. Why I don't like, there's no reason to mention them. But why I'm continuing doing my program is because it's important for the youth now to understand that all these things that these people are preaching is fake. It's time for you to wake up from that slumber. If these people continue to tell you that you will receive miracle alerts, how does that work? How many alerts have you received that is miraculous, that you did not work for? When you walk and ask God to bless your handiwork, then you will receive. So if you continue to believe in all these, they are fake permutation. For instance, there will be the reason why it's very difficult for me to talk about affairs in Nigeria and not mention all these fake GEOs is because they have prayed Nigeria into destruction. In Nigeria today, people are now afraid to even sleep in their homes. In Nigeria today, people are afraid to go out after 6 p.m. What kind of a country is that? How do you tell me that those GEOs, they are not fake? If they were real, all of these things will not be happening. Nigeria will be better. Things will be happening in Nigeria. But it's happening in the down spiral way. They prayed Nigeria into destruction. So on today's episode, I just want to remind the youth of Nigeria that you need to put a value in your life. You see all these girls parading themselves in Facebook, removing their clothes and selling their body and all of that, you're not frustrated. You just don't have a change of mindset. You just need to change your mindset that you are worth more than what you are even receiving. You are worth more than that. So I want to encourage you all today to refocus your ideas. You're seeing in January, there's still time. Stop listening to all these things. There's no such miracle. You have to know that God is real and He does miracles when He wants to do it. But you have to walk so that He can bless it. So you do not believe in all these things that they are talking about. You know that Nigeria is going down the spiral lane that is not good. If we want to truly keep Nigeria as it is, we have to know that. We have to trust God and forget about all these middlemen. They are middlemen. If they say, tell in Jesus' name, you give me 10 million, why can't they say in Jesus' name and receive that money by themselves? So everything they are saying is fake. They have destroyed Nigeria, collecting Nigerians' coffers, collecting from people, collecting from the government. So it is time for the government to arise and regulate all this religious body. It is very important that you regulate them. Any idiotic pastor that will permutate and speculate a stupid prediction and he did not lock up that place. Remove him. Because there's nothing wrong with them coming out and speculate that as a person, I have a fan in this kind of things and I'm predicting this. Don't say you are anointed, therefore you are speaking, lying in the name of God. Doing business in the name of God. Many of them are not, and they are telling you how to rule your home. Can you imagine? It's all fake. Fake. So on today's episode, I want to remind Nigerians that think about it. Nigeria is going down. The people that are proud of Nigeria are people who are not even in Nigeria right now. So the people in Nigeria, I want to encourage you that you can put value in yourself. Remove those values that they are putting in all these GEOs. They are fake. They have destroyed the country. Kidnapping, armed robbery, and all of these things that are happening is because of their preaching. They are saying that you have to be blessed. So you have to do anything to be blessed. But we can't be all that. We can't continue to do that. We need a country. Our children are yearning to come home. Only when my son, who is in one of the Ivy Leagues here in the US, went to school, then he started to realize that Nigerians are so precious. They respect Nigerians because they know the kind of people we are. We are resilient people. We are very smart and intelligent, but we just have bad leaders. And you know that all these religious leaders, they are the fathers of politicians and the mothers of politicians. And people just begin to believe their. So it is time for this administration to rise and regulate them with policies. Regulate them with policies. You cannot have more than one church in a building. You cannot have more than 2 churches in 2 meters close to each other or miles. So we need to stop all this nonsense and clean up the system. And those of you who are still members believing all this nonsense, make sure that you know that it's your brain that they are using. They see nothing, they hear nothing. It's fake. I want to thank you all. Look at this baby. You know, won't agree. So make una no greet this year.
Chasing my dream because I know I'm chasing for me. If you want to let Jack come alone, not to find anybody, na money I want. Not the year with the people they love. It's lonely at the top.